scholar and Fox News contributor. Marc, good to have you here
Good to be with
tonight.
You,
just a top line thought, from you about because this is a 24-hour cycle, and a lot has happened since the last time we talked. What do you think?
I mean, there's just so many things that are being conflated here that is just ridiculous. I mean, you had the report up there before about how, Barr may have, the president may have talked to the Prime Minister of Australia about cooperating with Barr. And now all the Democrats are rolling out, and he did it in Australia, and he did it in this country, and he did it in that country. No, that's not true. So you have to, they're conflating two different things. One, there is an investigation by Rudy Giuliani in his capacity as Trump's private lawyer into Hunter Biden. And then there is an official Justice Department investigation being led by a career prosecutor named John Durham, who's looking into the origins of the counterintelligence investigation into the Trump campaign and the Mueller probe. It is completely legitimate for the President of the United States in a phone call with a foreign leader to say, I want you to cooperate with an official Justice Department investigation. And Americans want to know, we spent 2 years and tens of millions of dollars chasing a conspiracy theory, and Americans want to know, how did we get there and why did this happen? Because we were told the President of the United States was a traitor and a Russian agent, and it wasn't true.
And it's worth, pointing out that the president has not hidden any of this part of the equation. And right now, I just want to be very clear. We're talking about the looking backward 2016 investigation into the origins of the Russia probe, under which there are very many legitimate lines of inquiry and questioning, and which was not touched at all during the 2 years of the Mueller investigation. So here's the president back in May talking about that. Watch this.
The Attorney General is one of the most respected people in this country, and he has been for a long period of time. So what I've done is I've declassified everything. He can look, and I hope he looks at the UK, and I hope he looks at Australia, and I hope he looks at Ukraine. I hope he looks at everything, because there was a hoax that was perpetrated on our country.
Okay, so that's in May. Very open about what he wants to do and which countries he wants to talk to there. The Department of Justice has put out a statement tonight saying that the Attorney General requested that introductions be made, and that's what the president did to open that line of communication with those countries. I mean, it sounds to me that this part of this story is, quite forthcoming.
Completely above board. And look, what you're seeing is people on the left, some in the media, some of the Democrats, conflating these things. You kept hearing over the weekend in all the Sunday shows that he said, do me a favor, investigate Hunter Biden. No, he said, do me a favor and cooperate with the Justice Department investigation into the origins of the Mueller probe, which is a complete. And look, for 2 years, Democrats told us that Donald Trump was working for the Russians, in Congressman Swalwell's words, that there was a Russian agent, that there was that they had seen proof that there was collusion, and it all was false. And so Americans, if you look at the polling right after the Mueller probe, Americans, number one, a majority of Americans think that there was bias against the president and the FBI, and two, the one investigation they do support, not this impeachment effort, they want to get to the bottom of how they were lied to for 2 years and how our country was wrapped up in this unbelievable conspiracy theory for 2 years of his entire presidency tied up in it. And they deserve an answer.
I mean, and this is a big if the president had not mentioned Joe Biden at the end of that conversation, and he had only not mentioned Rudy Giuliani, and if he had only mentioned Barr and what he wanted on the 2016 election, that would be consistent with all of this that we've heard. So, but the other issue, obviously, continues to raise questions, and we will continue to talk about it. Marc, thank you. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you, Martha. Good to be with you.
So President Trump today is saying